Good, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, October 15, 2024. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Riley's Kingdom of News right here on WRMK News Radio. We have a jam-packed broadcast to get to, so let's get started right now. First up, ABC/Ipsos poll shows presidential race continues to be very close in the race and tight. Let's take a look.
It's a race to the finish line, and the distance between the two presidential hopefuls is razor thin. Just 2 percentage points in a new ABC Ipsos poll separate former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. St. Anselm's Chris Galtieri says 3 weeks out, this is to be expected.
I think it is. This has been a very close race since Vice President Harris entered it in the fall.
Highlighting that is the blitz each campaign is on in the key battleground state of Pennsylvania. Trump at a town hall in a suburb west of Philadelphia tonight, playing the hits on immigration.
What's coming into our country now, it's having a huge negative impact on black families and on Hispanic families and ultimately on everybody. And we're going to close that border so tight, it's going to be closed.
Harris in the northwest corner of the state at a rally in Erie, saying this election is about two different visions for the nation.
One is focused on the past, and ours focused on the future.
In fact, Galtieri calls Pennsylvania the key state in this election.
The odds are very good that any candidate who wins Pennsylvania is going to be the next president.
Now, he also says it's striking how quiet it is here in New Hampshire. It was a huge swing state in the past in 2016. Both Trump and Hillary Clinton were here just before the election. In 2024, not so much. The WMUR website and app have everything you need to know before heading to the polls in November, from how to register to vote to where the candidates stand on the major issues. You'll find it all in the politics section right now.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We want to hear from you. You can email us and weigh in on your thoughts about the race at rknetwork1995@gmail.com. That is rknetwork1995@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts on this race. Candidates for governor spend millions of dollars on television ads ahead of November. Let's take a listen to that report from WMUR News 9.
Probably seen them. If you turn on your TV lately,
Joyce Craig was a disastrous mayor.
you've probably seen them.
The real Kelly Ayotte is wrong for New Hampshire.
Actually, you've probably seen dozens of them.
Your job is to not let me wreck your commercial.
Maybe even hundreds of times.
Because New Hampshire needs a governor focused on your future.
We're talking about those political ads. They come around every election cycle, and this year we've all been hit with a boatload for New Hampshire's governor's race.
Television is still a good buy that especially any statewide campaign, can't afford to ignore.
Our analysis of FCC contracts and invoices shows that Kelly Ayotte and Joyce Craig, alongside the Republican and Democratic parties, have spent $14.5 million on campaign ads across New Hampshire, as well as in Boston, Portland, Maine, and Burlington, Vermont, TV markets that reach into New Hampshire. And there's still 3 weeks to go.
Even today, with social media and so forth, a lot of people get their news from television, and they watch a lot of television, especially older voters who are more likely to vote than younger voters.
So if we break all of this down, we can see that Kelly Ayotte and the GOP have spent over $10 million on about 16,000 television ads. That's compared to about $4.4 million on 8,000 ads from Joyce Craig and the Democrats. Add all of that together, and that's more than 200 hours of television time.
Usually, it's two campaigns like the ones we're seeing now, both with a lot of money, both running ads.
Whether positive or negative, political experts say the ads historically don't make a huge difference, but can impact groups of undecided voters. And in a campaign that's been described as one of the most competitive governor's races in the country, anything or any dollar could make a difference.
In a presidential election year, governor's races tend to be overshadowed, but not this one, not this time.
Ariel Metropolis, WMUR News 9.
Okay, we want to hear from you. Email us right now at contact at rknetwork1995 at gmail.com. That is rknetwork1995 at gmail.com. And let us know what you think about the governor's race and your thoughts on this. Or you can comment below under the video. Gas prices climb. In New Hampshire, the average reaches $3.04. Let's take a listen to that report from WMUR News 9.
And how about the price of gas right now? It is up here in New Hampshire and across the nation. The national average for a gallon of regular has increased 3 cents in just the last week. It's $3.16 now. This is according to Gas Buddy. In New Hampshire, it's a 4-cent gallon jump, now at $3.04. But that is still 8 cents cheaper than it was a month ago.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We want your thoughts on that. Email us right now at contact@rknetwork1995 at gmail.com. That is rknetwork1995 at gmail.com. What do you think about the gas price in New Hampshire? Do you think it's at a good range or not? Let us know. Weigh in. The risk of signing up for store credit to save money on holiday shopping. Let's take a listen to the Consumer Report from WMUR News 9.
Open a store. We've all been there. Before you swipe your credit card to pay, you're told you can save even more, sometimes up to 20% off your purchase if you open a store-branded credit card right now. Should you take the plunge?
Generally, this is not a good idea. Sure, those upfront savings can be very enticing, but if you don't pay off that balance before a promotional period ends, you'll pay a lot of interest.
While the average credit card has an interest rate around 20%, the interest rate for retail or co-branded credit cards is at an all-time high at 30%, and some are even higher. Credit cards from TJX, JCPenney, QVC, and Walgreens are almost 35%. Burlington, Big Lots, and Michaels are almost 36%. And we all know that around half of Americans carry a balance month over month, along with paying more money. That can impact your credit score. So is it ever a good time to consider signing up for a store credit card?
If you shop at that store a lot and you're vigilant about paying off your balance every month or before a promotion ends.
Just be aware that many store-branded cards also have low credit limits, so a big day of shopping for holiday gifts could max out the card. Another thing to consider is that store-branded credit cards are sometimes easier to get than conventional credit cards. If you're trying to build a credit history, these can be a good option if you commit to having no or a low balance.
Okay, good information right there. State Supreme Court sides with Mac Apple's woman paralyzed in a sledding accident had sued. Let's take a listen to that report from WMUR News 9.
Tonight, the state Supreme Court is siding with Max Apples in Londonderry over a lawsuit filed by a woman who was paralyzed after a sledding accident at the farm. Justices say a lower court was correct to dismiss the case under what's called recreational immunity. State law gives that protection to landowners who give people access to their property for recreation at no cost.
Okay, and there you go on that report. One in 5 U.S. adults report daily loneliness. 1 in 5 U.S. adults report feeling lonely on a daily basis, according to a new survey. It's the highest rate of reported loneliness in the past 2 years. And that does it for this edition of Riley's Kingdom of News right here on WRMK News Radio. Let us know if you feel lonely. Email us at rknetwork1995 at gmail.com. That is rknetwork1995 at gmail.com. Or comment below and let us know, do you feel lonely? Are you one of those 1 in 5 adults feeling lonely? Let us know and share with us. Otherwise, thank you for listening, and we will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye now.